How can we evaluate the performance of a supply chain? We'll use the following quantitative measures: average aggregate inventory value, weeks of supply, and inventory turnover. To define this, we need to define the cost of goods sold. The cost of goods sold is the sum of all the costs directly related to the production of products. It includes the cost of materials, direct labor, and factory overhead. And the factory overhead includes the rent for the factory and the salary for the employees who work in the factory. And it does not include indirect costs such as the cost of transportation and the cost of sales office. So why do we need to compute this? We can use COGS in the income statement. So what's an income statement? An income statement is a financial statement that shows you the company's income and expenditures for a given period of time, typically a year. Here is a basic structure of an income statement. In the bottom line, we have the net income, which is the annual profit. Annual profit. And how do we compute a profit? The profit is the revenue minus all the expenses. The revenue is all the money we make by selling our products or services, and expenses are all the money we spend to create our products or services. So on top of our income statement, we start with the revenue and we subtract all the expenses. First, we have to subtract the direct operating costs. And we also need to subtract indirect operating costs. And we also need to subtract the interest expenses and taxes. Then we have the net income. And direct operating costs are the costs that are directly related to the production of the products. So this is actually COGS. And indirect operating costs are the ones that are not directly related to the production of the products. For example, let's say you rented a sales office. The rent for the sales office is not related to the production of our products, so it's an indirect cost. So in this income statement, we call this indirect cost selling general administrative expenses. In short, this is called SG&A. So now, revenue minus COGS is called the gross profit. And the gross profit minus SG&A is called earnings before interest and taxes. And then we subtract the interest expenses and taxes, and we have the net income.